Hello, thank you for watching. If you could subscribe or leave a like or leave a comment, I'd appreciate very much. Thank you very much for watching. Today now I'm putting new skids on my mower. So I've got a pair of new skids and I've got some Allen key bolts just in case of break. So there's M10 and there are bolts and nuts on them. And there's some bolts on the back and hold them as well. So 5 altogether per skid really. So it's a Claas 3050 C+. See this bottom skid here, I'll change it like this in transport. It's just it's worn and broken chunk off there and it's gone a bit thin really. So I'll change this, and there's one right to a end as well that's worn as well, worn a chunk off it there. So that's that off. You see the sort of bit that goes there is missing. I need to trim down those bolts now. The old ones did shear as I was shear instead of slacking, so good thing I had those. One thing is about them is they are bolts, so we can just hit them out. But the back one's slacking good. So I'll trim those down now and then I'll fit it. You see how much they actually stick out past the bed then. The holes are in this flange there, so nothing to oil really. Or any threads inside there to break or nothing. You just sort of hit them out with a shear. Quite good really. So a bit of mess up. They used these for holding a skid. Actually these studs. Well, they were seized up anyway. So I've got to take a bench grinder and grind away at the taper there so it's more straight. So I'll just change one for now to keep it going. Then I'll have to see if I can get a couple of these spare, because most likely the next one will just shear as well. Okay, so that's it fitted. You can see it's a slightly different shape to others, but the one that this replaced was this shape as well. So it had been replaced before. But the one on the end here, well, on the headstock end, it's the first one to hit the ground when you let it down, and the last one to come off the ground when you lift it up, so it gets the most squarely and most strain. It gets all weight on it and drags, you know. So these are ones that do go really. Yeah, it's fitting now. I'm going to leave the one be because the fiasco with those bolts. It fits good now. I ground the shoulder and they fit brilliant now. I managed to get the Allen key in behind as well. Just I think I'll get the proper studs now for the second one. So as I did in a previous video, I showed that the plastic knobs on these, once they crack away, you can lose these fins. So I've been putting washers and nuts on them instead now, all of them. But I did lose one before I learned that lesson. So I take this one next door off because I think they're left and right ones. Thought I'd add a bit of fabrication to this video, so I'm going to make one of these myself then. So I found this old piece of offcut from making a bucket floor for. I'm using this side. I never already drilled it because it's closer to the drill. So I'll line that up there and then fold it over. And see, it just fits nicely. Not too much wastily. So I've cut this side first. Now I'll lay this down and probably just trace around it to a grinder. So I marked how high I need to bend it. And I've gotten my homemade sheet metal bender out. So I did a video on this before. Might put a link underneath. Well, to this and the one I'm saying about problems about these. So I put that in and I've made sure that it bends the right way now. You know, bend it this way like that. I'll put it in vice now and try to bend it down. This is quite a sharp curve, so I might have to tap it on this as well to get it a bit sharper in. And that's it. So I had to take a hammer and just tap across this a bit, just to get it to sit against this. Mistake I made when I made this is it only bends 90, but it should go a bit over 90, so it springs back to 90 if you get what I mean. So that's a round hole, and I need a square hole. So what I'm going to do now is put that through there. There we go. I need a file bend with it anyway. I put it in the vice there, closed up fairly well, and give it a good wallop down to cut the square hole really.
I'll get a hammer.
It's a bit off center, but doesn't really matter. You can see it's cut the square hole now, so it's nice and solid in there. I'm really pleased how this came out. Looks just exactly like the old one really. I'm really chuffed with that. So job's done now. So So I got a full set at last. The mower now has a full set of V's and a new skid fitted. So thank you for watching, and that's it from me for now then.